What up, everyone? Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at you. If you like the Shiba Inu ecosystem, you're in the right place. So, this video is going to be about K9's Lite paper, one of the most important documents I believe you can read for your financial well being. That being said, before I even get into that, I will be checking the Shib chart for a little bit and the Bone chart and explaining to you why I will be doing that. But before I do that, I want to give two quick shout outs. The first shout out goes to Mr. Baja Lifer right here. Let me go ahead and share right here, who became my first member sub. So actually, big up to you. Appreciate you for that. Literally the epitome of what every YouTuber looks forward to in members. Okay. And the second shout out goes to the K9 Finance team for sharing the YouTube video that I made. If you haven't already checked it out, I will try to link it up there. It's an absolute banger. Highly recommend it. If you don't know about K9 token, let me go ahead and get into that real quick before I get into the video. So K9 token is the official DAO token for the K9 Finance liquid staking derivative platform. It will be on Ethereum and Shibarium. Shibarium is Shiba Inu's proprietary layer 2 blockchain. The gas token for Shibarium is Bone. Okay, so that's a quick little uh, cap of what it is. So let's go ahead and get into some of these charts real quick. I just want to give you a little update on Shib and Bone. Why? Okay, this is why. Why am I talking about Shib and why am I going to talk about Bone? Shib is the ecosystem, and K9 Finance will be one of the largest platforms in that Shibarium ecosystem. So the way I look at it, Shib is K9 Finance, Bone is K9 Finance, K9 Finance is Shibarium. Okay, so it is an official partnership, so do not sleep on it. In fact, if you are an investor, of course, not financial advice, but if you are an investor to the Shiba Inu ecosystem, I would advise that you familiarize yourself with as many valid partnerships as possible and projects, because in my opinion, these will be the strongest projects on the Shibarium blockchain. All right, with that said, the market cap of Shib sitting at a $5.56 billion market cap. The total market cap sitting at 9.44 billion. Of course, as I saw, most likely it was going to go down a little bit. Why? Because Bitcoin dominance. We have to respect Bitcoin dominance. But when meme season comes, large caps, the mid caps, all of these are going to be going through the moon. So don't get discouraged. Go ahead and load up your bags. Not financial advice, but go ahead and try to bang out a nice little fat sack. You know what I mean? All right. So Bone looking like it's only 60 cents. Crazy. Bone only at 60 cents. Market cap sitting at $139.48 million. And of course, the total market cap only at $151.66 million. Not financial advice, but in my honest opinion, it seems a no-brainer that Bone will be at least $10, will eventually reach at least $100. And I actually made a video talking about what is required for Bone to reach $1,000. All right. So that analysis is out there and it's very plausible. Before I get into the video, I know it's a lot, my people. I'm just because this is a very complex ecosystem. So I just want you to at least compare it to something. So the largest LSD on Ethereum is Lido. So this is the Lido DAO token. That would be equivalent to this token right here in K9. This token right here, K9 token, has not launched yet. It will be launching in early March. The exact date I don't know, but I will definitely keep you guys abreast when the launch is imminent, because I know I see your questions. A lot of you are very excited. I myself am excited. I missed the pre-sale, so I got FOMO and I'm extremely bullish on it. So it's that combination driving me crazy, and you know I'm definitely going to be partaking in that. So that is K9 token, the DAO token for the K9 Finance ecosystem. You will not be able to vote in the DAO without K9 token. Okay. With that said, that is equivalent to the Lido DAO token. The Lido DAO token sitting at $2.7 billion. Okay, just to give you guys an idea of what these LSDs bring to blockchains, the type of revenue, the type of liquidity, the type of volume, the type of DeFi that they bring. Really, it's really incredible. So this right here, keep in mind, that's just one token that hasn't even been launched yet. K9 Token DAO. I'm not saying it's the exact same. I'm just giving you a comparison where this DAO token is sitting at 2.7 billion, just the DAO token alone. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the primary point of Lido. So it's a staking platform. So this is Ethereum right here. So what does it do? Well, it stakes Ethereum and you get Lido, but you get a staked ETH. Okay, so the staked ETH or stETH. Okay, you see, it's just like getting canine bone and bone, essentially. Okay, so this is another aspect of Lido, which is Lido wrapped stETH. Okay, and actually, if you check the prices between the Lido wrapped stETH, is over $3,000, and then you go to the staked stETH, is only 2,600. Now, why is that? Why does the wrapped stETH cost more or have more value than just the stETH if it's only wrapped? Well, because stETH comes with rewards, just like when you go ahead and make an LP with bone and canine bone. Okay, so that's the simplest I can put it. All right, so before I get into it, if you have any questions, go ahead and hit the questions below. Let's go ahead and smash this real quick. Hit that like for me. All right, so disclaimer, the content of this document is accurate as of February 2024. For the latest updates, please reference our website, k9finance.com. So K9 Finance Light Paper version 1, the building block of DeFi and real yield on the Shibarium blockchain. Liquid yield generated by Shibarium, governed by dogs. Abstract. K9 Finance is a liquid staking derivative LSD platform for the Shibarium blockchain, providing the fundamental cornerstones of real DeFi in the Shibarium ecosystem. K9 Finance is an official Shibarium validator and rewards K9 token holders with bone earned from validating blocks. The K9 DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, is named the Round Table of Dogs. So the K9 DAO is named the Round Table of Dogs, which will shepherd and pioneer the adoption of true DeFi on Shibarium. The DAO will manage the K9 treasury, vote on new roadmap items, and have the mission of growing and supporting DeFi adoption for Shibarium. And this says this document contains proprietary information. Written consent is required for the distribution or duplication of any portion contained therein. Okay, cool. So it says notices. This document does not constitute nor imply a prospectus. Okay, so I went ahead and looked up what prospectus was for us brokies. So it said prospectus, a printed document that advertises or describes a school, commercial, enterprise, forthcoming book, etc., in order to attract or inform clients, members, buyers, or investors. So what they're telling you here is, in a nutshell, not financial advice, and this does not constitute any sort of prospectus. Does not imply that you will be rich. Okay, of course, not financial advice. Now, in my honest opinion, I think this is one of the most solid investments that any Shibison, that any Bone Army member, that any Shib Army, that any Caniner, Paw Fighter, Bad Brigader can make. Period. Okay, with that said, so the notices, you guys already know they're going to keep telling you that for informational purposes. So let's get into the project already. All right, and go ahead and hashtag K9 in the comments, my people. So overview, K9 Finance is the leading liquid staking solution for Shibarium, providing a simple way to earn with your digital tokens through real yield. By staking with K9 Finance, your tokens remain liquid and can be used across a range of DeFi applications, getting extra rewards in a variety of manners, including those DeFi protocols that may be built on top of K9 Finance. So man, I this is gonna be too long if I get into it, but imagine Canine Finance, okay, and then a platform built on top of Canine Finance where you can put your wrapped canine bone in, just like the wrapped stETH or staked Ethereum. Okay, I mean, the possibilities are truly endless, and this is basically, as I see it, a money glitch, my people. Okay, so the general elements of canine finance are as follows: one, a staking pool protocol to manage deposits, staking rewards, and withdrawals on Shibarium. Two, K9 Bone. Unlike traditional bone staking, where users cannot access the bone they have delegated to a Shibarium validator, users staking bone through K9 Finance receive K9 Bone in return. Backed one to one with Bone. K9 Bone is freely transferable, allowing users to continue to use their tokens in other DeFi platforms for leveraging collateral, lending, or farming, while still helping to secure the Shibarium network. Three, DAO, canine token holders who comprise the leadership of the project to govern the direction. Four, validators, entity that manages a secure and stable infrastructure for running a validator client on Shibarium. Shibarium is and remains a primary focus of canine finance. That's affected the organizational structure. The governance is implemented through ERC20 canine token due to the architecture of Shibarium nodes. Despite being the primary focus, canine does have the ability to grow outside of the Shibarium ecosystem as well through the DAO governance process to build similar liquid staking infrastructure for other chains. Problem statement. Traditionally, with proof of stake or POS protocols, users looking to earn yield on their assets have had to stake their tokens with a validator, losing access to those stake tokens for use in trading or other DeFi platforms. While staking can provide reliable returns, there is a large opportunity cost to staking since long unlocking periods prevent users from taking advantage of more lucrative opportunities. Trading the market, participating in DeFi, or investing in more profitable crypto pairs on exchanges. Solution: liquid staking allows users to receive the benefits of staking while still being able to freely use their staked tokens through a liquid staking derivative, LSD receipt token, K9 Bone, that can be used in other trading and DeFi opportunities to let the user get the best of both worlds: a reward on your stake tokens, as well as the returns from other trading opportunities. Liquid staking introduces various fundamental benefits. One, make the staking process simple, no hardware setup and maintenance. Two, these are bullet points. Bullet point two, removing limits and making it possible to earn rewards on as small a deposit as users want. And this is from earlier. Real yield is defined as DeFi yield that comes from a true on-chain revenue source. In this case, it would be the validator. So bullet point three, providing the K9 Bone stake token derivative as a building block for other applications and protocols. Example, as collateral in lending or other trading DeFi solutions. Providing an alternative to or even encompassing exchange staking, solo staking, and other semi custodial and decentralized protocols. That was bullet point number four. Comparisons with other staking options. Solo staking has its benefits. For example, further decentralization of the network, but it comes with some disadvantages. Setting up a validator node requires a high technical understanding, can have a minimum deposit, and slashing and offline penalties can get very severe if the staking is managed improperly. Most importantly, the stake amount can be locked for significant periods. Solo staking is similar to other options, staking as a service, but with SaaS, you must trust a third party, usually centralized, which may act nefariously. This would be similar to staking tokens on an exchange or a platform such as Celsius. If you guys saw what happened to Celsius, man, she's disrespectful. Crypto tokens and centralized finance, CeFi, are not suited well together for a fundamental standpoint. From a fundamental standpoint, economically, by staking within some centralized entities, the user does not receive a corresponding token in return, and there is an opportunity cost to perform any subsequent DeFi activity or further trading activity with your tokens locked. Returns on centralized exchanges may be higher, but with a significant amount aggregated within the centralized entity comes a huge potential influence on the ecosystem that, in general, was fundamentally designed decentralized. Ultimately, a decentralized system performs better with less influence from centralized entities controlling the validation of blocks. The intention of Canine Finance within the Shibarium ecosystem is to ensure that our ecosystem does not control more than 25% of the network validation to ensure we responsibly contribute to the decentralization of Shibarium. This will be achieved through a phased launch approach to improve the Canine product, to allow other validators to come online and plug into the Canine ecosystem. Using a liquid staking solution such as Canine Finance, users can eliminate these inconveniences and benefit from non custodial staking. Liquid staking unlocks the potential for Shibarium proof of stake by giving users the ability to not only stake their tokens, but also have the liquidity to use those tokens in DeFi projects and trading. This not only increases rewards for the individual, but also grows the staking, delegation, and security participation for the network in general. This differs from just delegating tokens to a validator, which can also generate a return for the user because they receive a liquid staking token that they can use in the rest of the DeFi ecosystem and within the Canine Finance products to generate more yield. Shibarium staking summary. This section of the Canine Finance paper takes inspiration directly from the official Shibarium chain documentation to provide official information. Shibarium executes all proof verifications and staking operations on the Ethereum smart contract and leaves computation heavy tasks to layer 2. This is what allows Shibarium to remain incredibly secure, but also operate a fast and low cost blockchain. Stakers can take on the role of becoming a validator, which at the time of writing requires approval, which Canine Finance has received. That alone is bullish. Delegate their tokens to a validator for a return for a reward or become a watcher for reporting fraud. The primary contract that controls stake management, reward distribution, and signature verification is the stake manager contract. When delegating Bone to a validator, these tokens become locked, and when unstaking, there is a delay in receiving one's previously staked tokens. In contrast, with Canine Finance, participants who are delegating receive Canine Bone, our liquid staking token that can be used to generate yield while still delegating to our validators. State of the market. Ethereum is a highly successful blockchain platform that features its unique digital currency known as Ether or ETH. The platform enables users to create programmable tokens and smart contracts, which can be used to create applications such as initial coin offerings, ICOs, or fungible or non fungible tokens, NFTs, among many others. Decentralized nodes on the Ethereum network provide security for the blockchain's proof of stake POS architecture. Shibarium has been designed to provide people, developers, and businesses with a faster transaction speed and lower fees compared to other blockchains, which makes it a cost effective option for blockchain adopters. The blockchain ensures the secure and transparent creation and exchange of digital assets. The benefits of using Shibarium include one, security. The Shibarium blockchain is a highly secure and tamper proof platform that can store and transmit sensitive data. To secure the blockchain, Shibarium employs a proof of stake algorithm that requires users to stake their Bone tokens from the Shiba Inu ecosystem to participate in the network. This method ensures that validators have a stake in the blockchain's success, thereby bolstering its security. Moreover, a network of nodes also ensures the security of the blockchain by validating transactions and keeping the blockchain updated. Two, the transparency. It's a transparent platform that allows users to track all transactions and activities that occur through a block scanner. Three, efficiency. It's a faster and more efficient platform that processes transactions quickly and easily. Four, cost effective. People and businesses can save money on transaction fees by using Shibarium, which is a cost effective platform. Five, decentralization. The decentralized nature of Shibarium is due to the absence of a single controlling entity. Instead, a network of computers collectively maintains a copy of the blockchain. This guarantees that the blockchain is tamper proof and immune to manipulation by any one individual or organization. Shibarium's POS, proof of stake chain, utilizes sidechains to process transactions, resulting in unparalleled transaction speed and cost efficiency. POS also guarantees asset security by employing the reliable plasma bridge framework and a decentralized network of proof of stake validators. Transaction lifecycle on Shibarium proof of stake architecture. The operational mechanics of today's Shibarium proof of stake POS architecture follow a cyclical workflow. One, user initiates transaction. Users begin transactions on the Shibarium POS chain, typically through a smart contract function call. Two, validation by public checkpoint nodes. Public checkpoint nodes validate the transaction against the current state of the Shibarium chain. Three, checkpoint creation and submission. Validated transactions are grouped into a checkpoint, which is then created and submitted to the core contracts on the Ethereum mainnet. Four, verification by core contracts. Core contracts on Ethereum verify the checkpoint's validity, employing fraud proofs for added security. Five, transaction execution. Upon successful verification, the transaction is executed and state changes are committed to the Shibarium sidechain. Six, asset transfer optional. If necessary, assets can be transferred back to the Ethereum mainnet via the exit queue in the core contracts. Seven, cycle reiteration. The process can be initiated again by the user, returning to step one. Core contracts on Ethereum. Ethereum serves as the foundational layer for Shibarium's proof of stake architecture. Core contracts on the Ethereum mainnet play a crucial role in connecting Shibarium's proof of stake to Ethereum. These contracts handle various functionalities, including anchoring the Shibarium chain and managing asset transfers. This is a fundamental reason why the K9 Finance DAO determined it was appropriate to first launch the K9 token on the Ethereum blockchain before providing a bridging option to Shibarium. So much to say there. I almost have to do a whole video on the analysis that I have going on in my mind of the Lite paper as I'm reading it. Sheesh. I hope you guys are understanding half of this because it is mega bullish if you're fully grasping this. All right, cool. The core the core contracts incorporate two essential features for security and functionality: fraud proofs and the exit queue. Fraud proofs provide a security layer for validating transactions and state changes, ensuring transparency and security. The exit queue facilitates the safe and efficient transfer of assets between the Shibarium proof of stake chain and Ethereum, maintaining data integrity and security. Public checkpoint nodes. It says public checkpoint nodes act as validators in the Shibarium proof of stake architecture, performing two primary functions. Okay, so public checkpoint nodes act as validators. Okay, so these are the functions. One, transact validation. Nodes validate transactions against the current state of the Shibarium chain. Two, checkpoint submission. After validating a set number of transactions, nodes create a Merkle root of transaction hashes, checkpoint, and submit it to the core contracts on the Ethereum mainnet. These nodes act as a crucial bridge between the Ethereum mainnet and the Shibarium proof of stake chain, ensuring data integrity and security through the submission of cryptographic proofs to the core contracts on Ethereum. Shibarium sidechain. The Shibarium sidechain is where transaction processing occurs. Unlike the Ethereum mainnet, which may face congestion and higher transaction costs, the sidechain provides a more scalable and cost-effective solution. Public checkpoint nodes validate blocks in the sidechain, organizing them from high throughput and low latency. Speed. to keep users engaged and focused. Apps, games, metaverses, and other utilities require fast transaction processing. Shibarium satisfied this requirement by completing transactions at an astonishing fast pace. Three bullets coming up. One, with the capability to significantly outperform Ethereum transactions per second. Bullet two, bridging deposits and withdrawals are seamless and effective. Bullet point three, Shibarium maintains the security features of Ethereum while substantially enhancing the blockchain speeds. So scalability. Scalability is just as crucial as speed, and Shibarium has been designed to scale and adjust to the requirements of any organization, product, platform, project, community, or token. Three bullet points. One, it has been designed to be compatible with major ERC standards, ensuring seamless integration. Bullet point two, validators and checkpoints are submitted to Ethereum to guarantee security. Bullet point three, a dynamic and enthusiastic community propels adoption and user engagement. Flexibility and simplicity. The transition to Web3 and in the future Web4 will need a straightforward and adaptable UI, UX, and onboarding process to ensure a seamless flow of users from Web2, www, to this new system. Three bullet points. One, Shibarium network is fully EVM compatible. So smart contracts can be deployed directly on it with the most used stack in Web3. Bullet point two, building dApps on the blockchain is simpler. Bullet point three, it's easy to transfer tokens between Shibarium and Ethereum and all other Ethereum virtual machine compatible chains. Cost. In the current world, businesses must utilize Web3 to stay competitive, but it's hard to do so when fees are cost prohibitive. Shibarium solves this by keeping many transactions below 1 penny, 1 cent. Three bullet points. With Shibarium's proof of stake system, transactions costs are fractional. Two, transaction fees on the L2 sidechain are substantially lower compared to those on the Ethereum mainnet. And bullet point three, burning EIP 1559 tokens will result in more predictable gas fees and deflationary token economics. Big right there. Currently, Shibarium proof of stake chain provides the following services in three bullet points. One, send, receive, and store your assets on the Shibarium network with the Shibarium wallet. Two, Shibarium bridge for cross network withdrawals and deposits. Three, staking with Shibarium staking. Get rewards for staking and delegation. Bor, the core component of the Shibarium network, operates on the principles outlined in the EIP 225 following the click consensus protocol. Validator committee selection in Shibarium. Shibarium relies on the Bor layer, where a committee of validators is selected from the validator pool based on their stake. This selection occurs at regular intervals and is shuffled periodically, determined by the validator's governance concerning dynasty and network. The probability of being selected as a member of the block producer committee is determined by the ratio of stake to staking power. Validator selection process. Validators are assigned slots proportionally based on their stake. Historical Ethereum data or block data is used as a seed to shuffle this array. Validators are then selected based on the producer and count maintained by the validator's governance. Tender mint proposer selection algorithm is employed to choose a producer for each sprint on board. Board consensus mechanics. In the proof of stake POS system of Shibarium, participants stake bone tokens on a designated Ethereum smart contract known as the quote unquote staking contract. To become validators, the Board module in Hemdall selects active validators as block producers. Span and sprint mechanism. A span is a defined set of blocks in which a specific subset of validators is chosen. Within a span, each validator is assigned voting power, influencing their chances of being selected as a block producer. A sprint, a smaller subset of blocks within a span, designates a single block producer for block generation, block authorization, and backup mechanism. Block producers, also known as signers, authorize blocks by signing the block's hash. Bohr designates backup producers in case the primary producer fails to generate a block. The wiggle time, a predefined delay, determines when a backup producer starts generating a block. Difficulty metrics and fork resolution. Blocks signed in turn have higher difficulty than out of turn signatures. Bohr uh, addresses forks by selecting the fork with the highest cumulative cumulative difficulty, prioritizing in-turn block production, view change, and span commitment. At the end of each span, Bohr undergoes a view change, fetching new producers for the subsequent span. This involves an HTTP call to the Hemdall node for the new span data and a commit span call to the Bohr validator set Genesis contract. All that is Chinese to me. I'm gonna keep it 100. No offense to the Chinese community. Happy belated Lunar New Year. So, state synchronization with Ethereum. Bohr features a mechanism to relay events from the Ethereum chain. This involves triggering the state sync event on Ethereum, monitoring by Hemdall, and commitment by Bohr at the start of every sprint. State sync ensures consistency between Ethereum and Bohr chains. State sync mechanism. State sync transfers data from Ethereum to Bohr through system calls. Validators on the Hemdall layer listen to state sync events and pass them onto the Bohr layer. Bohr updates its state using a system call after fetching new state sync records post every sprint. System call and state receiver interface. The system call is crucial for changing state to a contract without making a transaction. Bohr calls it internally with the system address. The receiver contract on Bohr implements the iState receiver interface, allowing the execution of on-state receive, state sync logs, and Bohr block receipts. Sync State sync logs are handled differently from normal logs in Bohr. Bohr produces a new transaction / receipt for the client after each sprint, including all logs for state sync. The transaction hash is derived from the block number and block hash, and it does not alter consensus logic. This comprehensive mechanism ensures the seamless operation of Shibarium, facilitating the integration and synchronization of data between different layers of the network. Technology. The primary goal of Canine Finance is to enhance the DeFi ecosystem within the Shibarium network by offering unique liquid staking and yield opportunities. Our objective is to create a robust and user-friendly DApp that allows for seamless staking of Bone tokens, providing users with Canine Bone tokens in return. The DApp aims to incentivize users through a well-structured reward system involving Canine and escrow Canine tokens, aligning with the DAO's broader vision of fostering a vibrant, secure, and lucrative DeFi environment. Staked Bone will be delegated to the Canine Finance DAO managed Shibarium Validator. Validator rewards will be collected and distributed to users who stake or lock their canine in the DApp as real yield. 1. Users deposit Bone to be staked with the Canine Validator into the liquid staking contract and receive Canine Bone in return. 2. Users provide Canine Bone / Canine Bone liquidity on Shiba Swap and receive SSLP or Shiba Swap LP in return. User deposits Shiba Swap LP Canine Farm to earn Canine and escrow rewards. 4. Users vest escrow Canine to receive Canine. 5. Users stake Canine to receive bone rewards, or lock Canine to receive Bone and escrow Canine. Sheesh, that is a great system. Smart contract modules. 1. Bone liquid staking module to deposit, withdraw Bone in exchange for Canine Bone. 2. The validator manager module manages the delegating, undelegating Bone and claiming validator rewards. 3. LP farming module. Stake Shiba Swap LP SSLP tokens to earn escrow Canine/Canine rewards. 4. Real yield staking module. Stake or lock Canine tokens to share yield from rewards pool. Paid in bone. Lock Canine receives bonus escrow Canine rewards. Sheesh. Talk about a lucrative system. 5. Escrow Canine vesting module. Deposit escrow Canine to receive Canine. Vested linearly over 60 days, requires holding an equal amount of locked Canine. All right. So this is the high level architecture. This is the primary validator where you will receive basically what I just explained to you up here. Essentially, validator, you receive your rewards, you get your canine bone. You can go ahead and take your bone. Let's say you have 100 bone, break it up. You have 50 bone now and 50 canine bone, right? Because you would buy the canine bone or use what you're receiving from your canine rewards as well eventually, right? So you do that, you get your bone to the liquid staking, you provide liquidity, 50 bone, 50 canine bone, go to Shiba Swap, create the pair, take the pair, you're gonna farm it, you're gonna bring it back to, and this is all probably done with one button, hopefully. Farm, earn escrow. Here you have your 50 bone, you have your 50 canine bone, and you have the escrow tokens, which are going to be vested into Canine tokens, the DAO tokens. Okay. So you could start with none and then have some at the end, right? So here it is. Boom. You vested, and then this escrow Canine turns into regular Canine because you stake and earn real yield with Canine. Real yield to stakers bone earned by validator. Okay, by the validator. Okay, so Canine token economics. So Canine Finance has 3 tokens. Canine, a token granting governance rights to the Canine DAO. Canine Bone, a tokenized version of Stake Bone. And finally, Escrow Canine, an illiquid escrow token, reward token that is convertible into Canine after a vesting period. And here they are. This is the king of them all, Bow. And then you got this guy, which is a vested version of this guy, and then you have this guy, which is the king of the DeFi, LSD, which is the DAO token for K9. And then this one essentially is kind of this one. This one turns into this one. So you go ahead, you make a pair with your bone and your K9, right? So you have your bone, you make your pair with K9 bone, you go ahead and you farm, you start earning your escrow. This escrow Canine you then lock for like 60 days, according to this. And then eventually it turns into this. You can use this however you want. You can't really use this one because this is just a vesting token that converts into that. Okay. I hope that's clear. If not, hit me on the questions. I got you. So Canine token utility. The Canine token is used for DAO governance proposals. Only Canine token holders are part of the DAO. Initiate proposals and use votes. One Canine token equals 1 vote. In addition, Canine tokens can be staked to earn from the validator rewards. Token economics. The supply is broken down into the following categories with the aforementioned vesting periods. This is Canine token, number of tokens, percent of total, and vesting. So the total supply sitting at 999 trillion. Is that right? Let me see. No, 999 billion, 999 million, 999,999 tokens. That is 100%. The pre-sale, they did 24.39% of that, which was 243 billion tokens. See pre-sale and details below. The founding and future team, 199 billion tokens. So for 20%, 30-day cliff, 12-month linear. You got the marketing and treasury sitting at 35%. So that is 349 billion tokens. All right. 1 year linear. The airdrops, 69 billion tokens. That's 7%. 2-year linear. The liquidity, 36 billion or 3.61%. There is no vesting. And advisors, 99 billion, sitting at 10%, 30-day cliff, 24 linear. So advisors 10%, pre-sale 24.4%, founding team and future team 20%, marketing and development 35%, airdrop 7%, liquidity 36%, advisors 10%. So there's so much to say, but just think about this. You're going to be going through all this. You're going to be staking. You're going to be earning on the validation. You're going to be earning on your farming. And just from using this, they're literally telling you there's going to be an airdrop, okay, like most ecosystems for participation and staking. So you're going to get additional rewards, not financial advice, but even Stevie Wonder can see how good this is. All right. So pre-sale token distribution, pre-sale token distribution, number of tokens, percent of tokens, price per token, fully diluted market cap, vesting period. So the pre-seed was 77 billion tokens. Percent of tokens was 31.70%. And the token price on that is going to be about 5040. Fully diluted is about $4 million. That is a 30-day cliff followed by a 12-month linear vesting with monthly disbursements. This is key opinion leaders, KOL, 30 billion tokens, about 12.49%. And that price per token is about 50,450. Okay, about 5 million market cap, 30-day cliff followed by 12-month linear vesting with monthly disbursements. The seed 60 billion, 24.64%, 6 million fully diluted, 30-day cliff followed by 12-month linear vesting with monthly disbursements. And the pre-sale is 76 billion, 31.17% distributed, and that was at 5090, a $9 million market cap. And of course, that is no vesting period for that. So circulating supply, expect the full circulating supply, according to this, to be out by about 13 months. About 13 months or so, you have the majority of the total circulating supply being out. So token tax, the canine token tax is variable, and the DAO maintains control to change the tax through a registered vote. The original tax structure upon launch will be as followed, with day 0 being the date of the token general event. Okay, so that is the generation event. Month 1, so week 1, the buy is 3%, sell 10%. Week 2, so actually the only thing that changes is the percent. Every week drops 1%. So the buy is for the first month is 3%, and the first week is 10%, second week 9% sell. Sell. The third week is 8% sell, fourth week is 7% sell. So just to be clear, all the buys the first month are 3%. The only difference is the sell. First week 10%, second 9, third 8, fourth 7. It looks like it continues with 6 being the 5th week. So week 5 buy is 2.5% tax. All right. 5 and 6 is 2.5 sales tax. Buy tax. The only difference is week 5 is 6%. Week 6 is 5% sell. All right. So that's what I mean. I got to say sell. Sorry about that. So week 7, the buy is 2%, sell is 5%. Week 8, buy 2%, sell 7.5%. Week 9, buy is 2%, the sell is 7.5%. So what is happening is every single week, the sales tax is going down. So week 10, you have buy is 2, the sell is 4. Week 11, buy is 2, sell is 4. So actually 10 and 11 remain the same. And actually 8 and 9 are also the same, just to be clear. So week 12, buy 2, sell 3%. The 4th month, then it goes by months. So 4th month is going to be you buy for 1.5%. That's the sales tax, the buy tax, and the sales tax is 2.5%. Month number 5, you buy at a 1% buy tax, sell 2.5 tax. 6th month, 1% buy tax, 2% sell tax. Onwards, it'll be a 1% buy tax, and the sell tax is 2. Okay, the sales tax. All right, so all taxes will go to the canine treasury for the canine finance DAO to manage. The purpose of the taxes is to create a revenue model for the canine finance DAO before the product launches and to ensure proper security and management of the issued tokens. So Bone. Canine Bone acts as a receipt token for Bone staked with Canine Finance DAO's validator, providing a liquid staking token. 5 bullet points. 1. Chain Ethereum bridge to Shibarium. 2. Supply mechanics. Dynamic supply must match 1-to-1 with Bone, deposited through the Bone liquid staking module. Mint Canine Bone upon Bone deposit. Burn upon redeeming Canine Bone to receive Bone. 3. Distribution plan 100% automated by Bone liquid staking module. No manual or other minting. 4. Whitelist approvals. Whitelist for pre-approved contracts that can call transfer from / safe transfer from. Whitelisted pre-approval for Shiba Swap LP contract. And 5. Upgradability. Upgradable through proxy with ability to renounce ownership. Escrow Canine token. Escrow Canine token is a non-transferable escrow version of the Canine token used for rewarding Canine Finance Protocol users. Escrow Canine must be vested and converted to Canine to become liquid. So here are 6 bullet points. Change Shibarium. Supply mechanics. Supply is dynamic, but must be backed 1-to-1 by Canine tokens stored in the vesting module. Distribution plan. Canine can be deposited into the vesting module to instantly mint Escrow Canine. Escrow Canine is burned before Canine backing is released from the vesting module. 4. Soulbound. All transfers are blocked unless specifically whitelisted. 5. Whitelisted approvals. Whitelist for pre-approved contracts that can call transfer from / safe transfer from. 6. Whitelist transfers allow for DAO Treasury and protocol contracts to distribute Escrow Canine. Fees to generate revenue for the Canine Finance DAO to maintain operations for the long term on Shibarium. There must be variable revenue mechanics built into the products. These fee percentages can be changed by DAO votes in the future, and the technology is built in such a way that it can be turned off or they can be increased. But changes must adhere to a DAO vote and quorum. So 5 bullet points on the fees. Delegation to the Canine Shibarium validator, 0%. Redemption of Bone from the Shibarium validator, 0.5%. 3. Yield shared to Canine stakers from the Canine validator, 90%. The remainder goes to the Canine DAO treasury. So 4. Zap transaction to do all transactions for the user in one step on Canine, 1.5%. And 5. Claim Canine from Escrow Canine, 0%. Applicable fees and revenue sources for the day may change and will be subject to DAO voting restrictions. The Shibarium difference. The main benefit for the Shibarium ecosystem is that it encourages delegation to validators to secure the chain while driving value onto Shibarium versus being locked up. This encourages more use of the Shibarium blockchain, which requires more Bone to be used as gas, which in turn means more Shib burns. Governance. Canine Finance is managed by the Canine Finance DAO. The DAO members govern Canine to ensure its efficiency and stability. Besides technical development, the Canine DAO's mandate is to promote Canine Finance and recruit new users while shepherding the adoption of Canine's DeFi products on Shibarium, but also all other DeFi applications on the Shibarium blockchain. For a full overview of the responsibilities of the Canine DAO, review the DAO charter available on the Canine Finance website. You know what? I'm going to try to link that if I can find this section in particular, because I went through that. So you guys don't even have to. I went ahead and knocked that out for you guys because, yeah, hashtag alpha. All right. So Decentralized Autonomous Organization DAO. The Canine Finance DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization which builds liquid staking protocol for Shibarium. In the case of liquid staking, the competitors are well-known providers like centralized exchanges and other decentralized protocols that may arise. The DAO is the logical compromise between full centralization and decentralization, which allows the deployment of competitive products without full centralization and custody of the exchanges. A DAO is an optimal structure for launching canine finance because canine finance is highly dependent on the design and restrictions of the Shibarium chain. Therefore, canine finance should be upgradable. DAO governance is better than one person or a developer's team for making decisions about changes in canine finance. And a DAO will be able to cover the cost of developing and upgrading the protocol from the DAO token treasury over time after the initial product is built and deployed. DAO will accumulate services fees from Canine Finance, which can be funneled into the future development and growth funds distributed by the DAO. The Round Table of Dogs. The Round Table of Dogs is a set of elected individuals from the DAO who act as a security layer for the DAO, where the council has a veto option and a responsibility to monitor transactions. This becomes necessary should there be undue influence on the governance process, where an individual or group of individuals chooses to purchase enough tokens to form a cartel that can own the controlling share of votes for the DAO. The mandate of the Round Table of Dogs is to further the option of DeFi on Shibarium network and are obliged to act in a good faith manner for the betterment of this mandate. Here is the roadmap for 2024, and we are actually right here on the token generation event coming March because they just finished this. So it says DAO formation, branding, social setup, canine pre-sale, canine token generation. Ooh. All right, so Q2 architecture, design, audits, testing, deployment, Hespero Nini, actually, I think it is. So bug bounties. So Q3, Canine Finance version 1 launch, Borophageny, Shibarium Bridge, Shiba Swap integration. Okay, and 4, Canine Finance version 2 launch, and this is Canine or Canina, I believe it's pronounced. All three of these are pronounced differently. It's funny. All right, so purchasing Canine tokens. Purchase of Canine tokens is the only way to join the Canine Finance DAO. Aside from the pre-sale, Canine tokens may be purchasable on decentralized and centralized exchanges. To safely purchase Canine tokens, please only follow the official links on the Canine Finance website, official Telegram channel, or Twitter announcements. All of these channels are posted below. The third-party sites that allow for the purchase of Canine may change and evolve. So it is important to verify the purchase sites in the Canine Finance official communities. And here are the websites that the Twitter, Telegram website, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, and GitHub. Risks. Risk. Smart contract security. The security of Canine Finance must be the DAO's highest priority. Beginning at the time of the token launch and deployment of the product, users should evaluate all product audits and bug bounties before using the Canine product, as there may be vulnerabilities. This risk will be severely mitigated with the comprehensive audits and bug bounty partners that Canine will be working with. Shibarium chain technical risk. Canine is built on top of the Shibarium blockchain, and the Canine token is native to the Ethereum blockchain. There is always risk in building on top of other technologies, but failures in the underlying blockchain will inherently impact the success of Canine Finance. This risk is severely mitigated because these are two very reputable chains with significant histories of strong security and uptimes, unlike other blockchains. Solana. Um, so Shibarium chain adoption risk. The Shibarium chain's validation rewards are the source of value to reward Canine Finance users. Canine Finance is a fundamental product that will contribute to the overall adoption of DeFi on Shibarium and the network. But in the case of unlikely significant adoption. This would impact the value of rewards earned through canine finance. DAO threshold, key management risk. All canine finance DAO treasury will be held on distributedly managed accounts backed by a secure management system. The threshold system is more secure than single key custody. However, there is still a non-zero possibility of failure, much like any wallet or security system. Slashing risk. Shibarium chain validators are at risk of receiving staking penalties for going offline, for example, and slashing for double signing. To mitigate this risk, the stake is distributed to reliable node operators and multiple heterogeneous setups. Canine bone price risk. Besides the risk associated with validators, slashing, and canine bone balance drop, there is a chance that the exchange price of canine bone will be less than a fair price for periods of time. This risk is mitigated through arbitrage and risk-free market making, in which individuals are incentivized to execute financially profitable opportunities to freely convert bone and canine bone through canine finance. In addition, the canine DAO will be putting automated measures in place to maintain liquidity and fair pricing of bone slash canine bone pair through the artificial intelligence. Some mechanisms also incentivize user added liquidity to bone canine bone pairs, significantly reducing this risk. Conclusions. Conclusion. Shibarium is a nascent, that means emerging, layer 2 blockchain that has immense opportunity for growth. Canine Finance is a liquid staking derivative platform for the Shibarium blockchain. As a case study on Ethereum, we have seen how creating a liquid staking derivative, LSD, for a blockchain has two main benefits. One, securing the chain through promoting delegation to its validators. Two, increasing total value lock, TVL, and creating a building block of a thriving DeFi ecosystem. By focusing on providing a LSD to the Shibarium ecosystem, the K9 DAO is bringing more security and a framework to build the next generation of DeFi on Shibarium. Use of the K9 Finance platform will promote more TVL and volume on the Shibarium network, which in turn will greatly benefit all projects built on Shibarium, as well as the Shiba core products. So the sources technical review of both the Shibarium and Lite DAO white papers assisted in producing the document above. The K9 Finance DAO took inspiration from both projects in creating this document and also made its own technical breakthroughs. So once again, this is not financial advice, but I did want to get through this because I believe this is, especially when you're reading how the process works, where you get canine bone for simply staking, is what I believe I read here. And if so, that is extremely bullish. So with that said, Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, an hour long. Appreciate you guys. If you like getting that alpha, go ahead and hit that sub. Go ahead and hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. And if you want more, hit that sub right there. Check those videos up there. And like I like to say, I'm Bone Army. You're Bone Army. We are the Bone Army. And I'm out. Appreciate y'all. Peace.